Hi everyone. I'm going to be reading from my phone a little bit more today. Okay, you guys can't see, but I did take notes. I want to start off by saying I actually saw this movie a long time ago. I was probably in middle school, honestly, and I've never seen it since then. So it was really funny to watch now being a college student. But to get down to it, I definitely think Emerson imagined very different ways for people to be scholars. He made scholarly a lot more personal and inclusive. That makes sense. The poet reiterated that in order to be a scholar, you must also be a bit of a dreamer. You must be someone with imagination, if you will. Both of these poems highly encouraged a visionary mind. Emerson also wanted to reiterate that a scholar is someone that can find beauty within expressing the people of the world. This kind of related to Bartleby's speech at the end, where um, he would just continuously reiterated, why do we have to conform to, what you want? And that he knew they were going to reject them because of the way they looked and they weren't society's typical traditional college students. Um, the self reliance encouraged others to be something other than what society deemed acceptable, to really sit down and think what you personally wanted for yourself. In one of the earlier clips, Bartleby's father is actually saying society has rules, and the first rule is you go to college. Um, I personally don't agree with this at all. I think some people are built to go straight into the workforce or the military or things like that that don't necessarily require college education. Some people don't value school and education like they value a job or income and that kind of thing, and that's totally fine. I think that's something everyone decides for themselves. You must choose what's best for you. Bartleby reiterates by saying there are plenty of successful people who never went to college, and he gives examples such as, Albert Einstein, Lewis and Clark. And then it fast forwards to show him visiting the college, and he sits down and tries to talk to this guy next to him, and the guy's like, no, like my whole life is writing on an A in this class. um, and I think that's a great example of how things are even now as well. Us college students are very, very pressured to do our absolute best in college. It's almost like even if you are someone going to college, if you don't totally excel, it's a waste. I also don't personally agree with that either. Some people are okay with, passing and getting their degree, and that's totally fine. Once again, I think everyone really operates differently, and you must choose what is best for yourself and for your mental, physical health, all that kind of stuff. Um, and then there was also a part where the girl said, every day since nursery school, everything has been scheduled, and I no longer want to do anything. This is something people absolutely struggle with, and um, Emerson kind of hit the nail on the head when he said, he imagined very different ways for people to be scholars. That doesn't mean that you have to go through schooling an extra 4 years of college. Um, I also really, really liked when they asked the students, what is it that you want to learn? That is something that is totally overlooked in college, and a lot of people don't understand or talk about. But we have to take these core classes that don't pertain to our majors sometimes, and that's really frustrating when we could be taking 2 years instead of 4 years of classes that really pertain to us and would really help us in the work field and geared towards our major and our future job and that kind of thing. So it was really cool to see what people said when they were actually given the opportunity to express what it is they wanted to learn. Um, and then I also really liked his speech where he kind of like tested their um, like capability of having an open mind, where he was like, I'm not going to answer your question because you've already made up your minds. And again, I think Emerson just really reiterated that you should not follow society, that you should do what is best for you, and that sometimes society deems certain things acceptable, and that's not really the case for everyone. Again, everyone is different. You can't hold everyone to the same expectation. It's just not possible. Yeah, so this was actually a really funny movie that I watched when I was younger, and it really tied in very well to what Emerson was trying to say about scholars and being inclusive and, not listening to society and doing what is best for you.